Hey, Mr. Maxi, what's up, man? I just got done watching your short for the Mewtwo poll. Pretty good. I changed the title, though. I changed it so that it could have bread in it, because I figure it's such a cool poll, we ought to give the person who pulled it more credit. But I changed it to that because it's sort of like think of it like a title or something for them. So that's a cool thing. Yeah. Otherwise, the title was fine. I didn't have a problem with the previous title. All right, so we got a new live stream coming in. We weren't supposed to go live because I was going to be too late. In fact, it is 5:40, so we don't have a lot of time together, just about 1 hour. We are. All right. We're going to say special signature cards, James C. Cathcart. All right, so these just arrived. I wanted to have a live stream. We ought to make a short out of them, so I had to do that. All right, so that's updated. I was at the doctor's getting a simple blood test. Let's see. So, let's see. That's why I was late, because you know how the doctors are. You never know if you're going to wait for a long time or if it's going to be done right away. And it did take them a long time. But I'm also here now, so I made it back. I was hoping it would be real fast. It was not. There was just a big line. It took forever. I was there at like 3:30 and I was out by like 5-ish. And I rushed home. All right. Just threw away a whole bunch of useless emails. Boy, I get a lot of useless emails. Here is an Ivan Rodriguez. So he says, Merlin Blastoise with Tammy's 20% off, 32 Merlin Rhydon. Did Tammy say 20% off? I thought it was just 10% off. I think Tammy only did 10% off. Wait, am I talking? Am I coming through this? Do I hear myself talking? No, I'm not talking through there. I don't hear myself anywhere else, do I? I thought I heard myself for a moment there. Mister, there you are. I've missed you. Here we go. Troy Genkins. I'm calling HR. Glenn Maxwell didn't end herself. Glenn Maxwell. Is she was the girl who was accusing Jeffrey Epstein or something, right? Isn't that right? She was accusing people who abused her. And then she got in a horrible car accident that damaged like her kidneys or something. All right. Grab this. I need to get rid of this. So this guy go in the closet. So here we are. Yes, it is 5:40. We're starting very late. Just a short stream, everybody. Now, what are we looking at here? I got some stuff to show off. First of all, I bought these from our friend Joseph Jones. I caught these for sale up on eBay, and so we did a direct sale. And because it was a direct sale, he gave me like 10% off or something. So thank you to Joseph Jones for that. These are very special. These were opened about 2 years ago. You can see they have QR codes on the back of them. They were graded in the early 2000s. So I don't know if that's John at that point. I think it might be, though. So I handed out 9s to them. We could try to cross-grade them into 10s. So these are potential cross-grades to see if they go into 10s. And then if they do not go into 10s, we'd like to keep them in these beautiful 9 holders. But the thing about them is, if they're just going to regrade into 9s, I definitely do not want them cracked because I want to save these precious moments, and I would prefer for them to stay in my holders. So we go. So one day I might send them out to cross-grade to see if there's a chance. But really, I prefer for them to be in the TCCG holders. They are. I don't know if they've ever been tested for a cross-grade before. Like for this, you can see there's a tiny white dot here. You can see there's top to bottom off centering. Yeah, this edge over here is not perfect either. So this seems about a 9-ish. You know, PSA could even be rough and say, no, actually it's an 8. But it seems like a 9 to me. So I think that grade at the time that I handed it out, you know, back then I would have been looking at it under harsh lighting and doing a whole analysis on it. But just at a glance, that looks correct. The 9 looks correct at a glance. But you never know until you test it. You know, you test it, maybe somebody hands out a generous 10. All right, Raichu and Rockus Moltres, beautiful cards. Again, these are from breaks that we did, and Oh, look. So the Rockets Moltres was first. Oh, that was from our Gym Heroes break. Wow, that was a real long time ago. Some solid 9s. They weren't super cheap. He definitely sold them to me about the price of a 9. Put that there. Speaking of 9s, here is an 8. That is a Giovanni's Nido King 8 from Gym Challenge. Some vintage cards that we have not been able to get up on the table for a while, but maybe at the lower grades. Pull this up. Sharing a picture of my email with the guy. Here we go. So here, oh, by the way, so that was an old trick on eBay, was to share a picture of your email. That did not work for me today, or yesterday, I should say. Email seems to be, not email, eBay seems to be scanning images now. So be careful if you try to share an image of your stuff. So here is Meowth on a Holland Phantoms. This one was real pricey. This one was, I paid extra for this one. How good is the card? Oh, the card's not too bad at all. Okay, that's good. I had trouble with this. I thought this was a fake almost. I even contacted the seller. I was like, you sure that's real? Because the signature looks real. The label looks real. And I was like, but it's weird. It says trading card up here, and the Meowth has the wrong color on the border. I had to do a bunch of research on this one. So first of all, if PSA is only grading the signature, they just put trading card up here. And so PSA didn't really grade the card at all. It's a trading card maybe. But they did grade the signature. The signature is real. What's up with the weird border on this Meowth? It's a promo. It's a promo I've never seen before. Still things for me to learn in the hobby. It's like a jelly fruit roll-up promo that you got back in the day. So I might send this back to PSA and ask them to authenticate the card as well, because the signature is already authenticated. This is a... So that was another thing. I tried scanning this. It doesn't work. So I was like, it's got to be fake. But then on a whim, I went back to the PSA website and I typed in all of this, the certification number. Guess what? This is real. So PSA has this on their website. So the certification of the signature is real. So they just don't look at the card, only the signature. And I need to get the card on there as well. Like this one. See, this one is both the card and the signature. This one's only the signature, not the card. Very weird. I didn't even know PSA offered that, but so now you know. But this is some sort of fruit roll-up promo that I never even knew existed. Here's a simple Topps Chrome, just a common Topps Chrome Meowth. Solid card. This one, both the card and the signature are authenticated. And then I like this one a lot as well. This is the... which says this from? Oh, it's a Black Star promo, right? Black Star promo Meowth, just a really beautiful card. Maybe you didn't even know it existed, and there it is. So what is going on with this? Why? Actually, don't I have more? I thought I had more than this. Did I order like one more? Maybe I have. Maybe it's on the way still. Hold on. Let me look. Where was this? Where was this? Where was this? Yeah, there's one. Looks like there's one more card at least. Okay, and all the other ones say delivered, and that's the one that's still got tracking. So I paid almost $450 for an Alakazam as well. So what is going on with this card? This is the voice actor for Meowth. Team Rocket's Meowth was voiced by James Cathcart. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And he sadly passed away recently. He passed away from throat cancer, of all things. And so, you know, he's a part of my childhood. I enjoyed the show when I was a kid. You know, the show, you had the video game, and then you had the cards. It was a trifecta. And he was the voice of not just Meowth. I believe he also voiced Gary Oak and Professor Oak. So Gary Oak, smell you later. So Gary Oak, Pokemon cards get his signature too, it turns out. If you go looking around for a signature, you see Pokemon that would have been on Gary Oak's team. You see those with the... James Cathcart signature. However, I focused on the Meowth because I feel like that's really more special. Like, he actually did voice Meowth itself. Like, so Gary might have had like an Umbreon on his team, but James Cathcart didn't voice that Umbreon. He only voiced Gary. So, you know, if you have a signature on a Gary Oak card or a Professor Oak card, that makes more sense to me. But, you know, if you're just collecting signatures, you're collecting signatures. Not a big deal, is it? But so here it is. We got 4 of these. Wasn't he also James? That part is a little more confusing, actually. It looks like he might have voiced James sometimes. It looks like somebody else named, like, Eric Stewart or something like that voiced James. Maybe you guys can look into that. But no, I don't think he always voiced James. I think that he voiced Meowth and Gary Oak and Professor Oak, and somebody else voiced James. I think it could be the case that James occasionally voiced him, but I don't. If it was like something like the movies or something, I don't know. Capitalizing already. You have to, Six. You have to. It's first of all, it's not a disrespect to him. It means that I think he's important. Second of all, if you don't grab one of these, you will not have a chance to grab one of them because someone else will, and it's really sad. That happened to me with Misty, and it happened to me with Jesse, and so I was really frustrated with that. So the moment I caught whiff that this guy had passed, I said, I got to go get a signature right away. And this is a great thing to talk about because it talks about the value of signature Pokemon cards. He's just not going to be around to ever create more of these signatures. And so now we have a final count on the number of signatures for Mr. James Cathcart. There's a finite number of them, and you can't get any more of them. And so that's an interesting conversation because there's a lot of people involved with Pokemon who are still alive and still signing cards. And like Arita, I always was skeptical about the Arita signatures because I said, well, Arita's still around and maybe he lives to 100. We don't know how many signatures he might hand out in that time period. But here we have, let's see, PSA DNA population. What if I just want to look up, is there a way to see only Mr. Cathcart's signature count? Like, does this show it? Let's see. It's a very fascinating subject. Someday I'll pass too, so, I'm not coy about it. I understand it's just comes to us all, right? And I hope by then there'll be a couple people who want my signature because that means I did something good, It means I entertained a lot of people maybe or left a mark on the hobby. We are. What would I be looked at? I'd be like the BitConnect guy. BitConnect! You gotta buy Pokemon cards! I'd be like the BitConnect guy. Alright, so does it talk about the number of signatures? No, it does not. Darn. I wish I knew how many signatures there were. The Zard's got a huge chance at 910, but I'm keeping it. Mister's gonna die. Order shipping ASAP. Someday. Not today. Alright. So, yeah, we all will, right? We'll all croak and, maybe a signature of mine will survive for some reason. Let me have a sip of this. I'm like mildly internet famous. I have like 1/1,000,000th the internet fame of some internet famous people, right? It's like, yeah, he was some guy who did Pokemon cards. There were a lot of Pokemon YouTubers. People will pick up my signature and say, his greed disgusted me. So we're starting with Ivan Rodriguez. He says he's got Tammy cards with 20% off. But so is that something Tammy agreed to? Or what do you mean 20% off? You mean 10% each? All right. So we can also do a break on one of those Meowths. What do you guys think? I think that was part of the reason I got them. We are. We could do, I like all of them, actually. I like them all a lot. What do you think's the best one to do a break on? I really like the Holland Phantoms. I don't think I'm going to give that one up. I also like the Black Star Meowth a lot. It's just very pretty. You got these two. They're both classic vintage cards. You got the Topps Chrome one. I'm a Topps collector, but then this is the Jungle Base Set promo. This one could be surprisingly more rare. The card itself, I feel, is more rare, whereas this is more like a common Chrome card. I might do this one. So I think I'm going to try and host a break on this signature for you guys so that you guys have a chance to have the James Cathcart signature in your collection as well. Now, Ivan. He wants Merlin Blastoise with Tammy and Merlin Rhydon. Okay. Let's go looking for this. Here is the Blastoise. And Merlin Rhydon, huh? Looking for the Merlin Rhydon. I have the authentic wigged card from Mr. Graded by the man himself. It's wigged! There we are. You know, give it like 100 years, no one will remember anyone, you know. There's just too many people, there's too much data, so it's a bit vain. I think that this guy will be remembered, though. because Pokemon will last a long, long time. Pokemon will outlast any of us. And he was associated with the show directly. So he will be remembered for a long time, I think, as the voice of Meowth. See what I'm saying? See why I actually do value that Jason guy's signature, even if everyone else dislikes it? Sometimes you got to go against the crowd. Sometimes you got to disagree with the crowd, because the majority is not always right about something, you know? Think of the witch trials. It turns out girls were not witches. Oh, you're buying the Rhydon from me, aren't you? Oh, I get it now. So we've got the Blastoise, and now we need the Rhydon. Got it. It's on the table. Oh my god, I looked up to the chat section to find you, because I bet you were yelling at me, and you were... It clicked in my brain. I said, Rhydon? Did Tammy have a Rhydon? And I was like, you dummy, you've got a Rhydon. All right, I remembered Leonard Nimoy. Yes, from Star Trek. No one will remember Mister. They will remember his wife's drawings. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But, you know, give it a long time, and I don't think people will remember most of it. However, this guy I don't think will be forgotten. This guy right here. There will be people who collect each of the voice actors, I think. Okay, so here's this. And then you got the nice star card. Good for you, man. This star card is a PSA 9. And it was only 70, which is already pretty cheap. And then it came all the way down to 35 because it was the star spot. And finally, Mr. Ivan has it. So it goes to Mr. Ivan at a very good price. So that one's very nice. And let's see. So that's 35. And this would be like 34, which is 60. Yeah, 67. Perfect. So, Ivan, you've done it perfectly. Thanks, man. All right. It's funny enough. Look at that. What's the star break? How much for the Meowth? He's going to be a break. We're not gonna put a price on him yet. So, funny enough, we wrote your name on this in the past because I thought you had purchased it one time, and it turned out it was a different Blastoise you were going for, and now you've come for full circle, and you're after this Blastoise again. How funny is that? Can I have that free slab? Yeah! Look at that Hitmonchan. He's so nice. So, we need a little calculation. Okay, gonna be about $26. $51 for Tam Tam. Wait, what did I just say? 51? 51. There it is. There it goes. All right. Very good. The non-break Meowth. So those Meowths will just end up in my personal collection at this point. Maybe in the future we'll talk about potentially selling them, but right now this will be the only one for sale as a break only. So it's just lucky whoever gets it, essentially. Thank you, Ivan. Appreciate it, man. Okay, so let's get this guy started. Now, I suspect the signature will go up in value, but we're not gonna base the price off of it that way this time. I'm literally just gonna take the price I paid for it, add a margin in, and that's it. So in other words, what we're doing here is we're keeping the price down for you guys. We don't want the price to be high. We want the price to be low because we are celebrating Mr. James, celebrating his achievements in life. Let's see. Okay, ready? Okay, it says here it's going to be a 14 spot break. It's actually going to be a 15 spot break because I'm going to add on a star spot, okay? Here you have it. Ooh, if we put the sticker on this side, you won't be able to see the signature. No, that's good. Let's just keep it on the low side. Here we go. You can see it still, sort of. Don't want the sticker to hide it because that's the selling point. Okay, there we have it. This is the signature break for Mr. James. I'm going to call this the James break. All right. Cool, man. It's a lucky guy. He's a lucky guy. He wrote music, too, by the way. You can go on to YouTube, and he did some kind of bluegrassy kind of sound of music, like if you're living in the hills or something like that. Yeah, I listened to some of his music. It wasn't so bad. You know, I relate to that a little bit because Karis is really passionate about music, and she's not like a big pop star or anything. She just has fun with it. And so a lot of people get passionately into music at some point, but you never hear their music. So go listen to his stuff. Just give it a listen. You don't have to listen to the whole album, but give it a listen. All right, The Hills Have Eyes. Did you see the huge auction last night? Huge money. Yeah, there was a big auction that finished last night. It was an auction block, right? And you're talking about Z&G Emporium, is that right? And there were some records broken. It seems like all the time records are being broken, which means maybe the cards are still underpriced, or maybe this is the peak. I don't know. I have no clue. Usually when assets are really, really, really hot and the greed level is super high, eventually there's sort of like a retracing of the prices. Like, let's say Charizard shoots up to $20,000. Well, he might retrace back down to 15 at one point, but then later he might jump back to 25. So people kind of seesaw on the prices. So if we're hitting record prices right now, it's a very hot market. Might be time to slow down. I don't know. Might be time to look at other hobbies, or maybe they're still underpriced. That's the question. Are they still underpriced? Here's Jack Woodworth. Jack, he says, 6 Poke Shuffles and shipping. Can we do signature? So I don't really sign a lot of stuff. I do that on purpose so that I don't have a million signatures out there. 6 Poke Shuffles. Jack, were you here last night? Did you see the outcomes of the break? Jack, you're here right now. Does Jack know he got the break last night on the Pikachu? He must know, right? He got the shipping. No for the delivery. Oh! Delivery signature confirmation. Hell yeah, dude. Well, we're definitely going to be doing that because you have to have it. Here it is. Your package is too expensive. What'd you think of that when you watched? Were you excited, or was it like, oh, wow? Because you didn't even buy into that break. You got moved into there as a star spot. 6 cold ones. 6 cold ones. What do you think of that? That's pretty wild, huh? Okay. I did see. Let me go ahead and open up stamps. The Crown Pikachu went off. Crown Pikachu is done. He's gone. You missed him. Isn't that funny? You didn't get to buy a spot at the end because it disappeared too fast at the end. And so that's how they really work. I always tell you guys this. Look, this is sitting on the table for a while. This is sitting on the table for a while. And then when it gets close to the end, it can go like that. It can just disappear. So this is your chance right now to get into them. If you wait, because you want to buy in at the last moment, you might not get a last moment. And so one of the ironic moments of the night was there was a gentleman who asked to buy into the Crown Pikachu, but it was too late. The whole thing was sold. And Crown Pikachu had been sitting up on the table for like a month. There was so much time to buy into him. So many paychecks went by. And there was many people who didn't buy into it. And then poof, it disappeared right at the end. You did not get that last moment buy-in, which is a very popular thing. I think people just enjoy knowing it's going off. So I'm not blaming anyone for wanting that last second break spot. But here's the next one. It's this beautiful Lugia. And so if you think you want to be in here, don't wait. Just buy in early. Prioritize this. Buy into this first. And that's better for everyone. If everyone kind of knows it's on each other's minds, it's better for you guys to buy in early. It moves fast. By the way, beautiful high cert on this one. They don't all have the high cert. So there's a great job with this card right here. Now, let me log into here. We got to get Mr. Jack Woodworth the label. I also have a small bag and a couple other slabs. My star spot failed me. Darn it! Yeah, it was a big one. Obviously, it was a 1 in 29. And so there were, 28 people miss, unless you bought multiple spots, in which case you missed a lot. So a couple people bought multiple spots, including our friend Mr. Brett, who was very lucky last night. He's the short. Did you guys watch today's short? If you have not, I placed it in our Discord server under the Cardconomist channel. You got to watch it. He pulls the Destined Rivals Mewtwo. He has the bragging rights now for the first one pulled. And so we're going to do that. Anytime a big card comes out is a bragging rights moment. So you can pursue that. All right, Mr. Jack, we'll make it short for you. if you happen to be the one to pull it. So here's an example of some brag-worthy cards. No one's pulled Prismatic Umbreon yet, and no one has pulled the Golden Chocobo or any of the Chocobos from, let me turn this down, from Final Fantasy. That's a brag-worthy card, right? Any of the Chocobos basically are brag-worthy. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and grab your bag now. Miss Alexis will get all of your slabs together, especially the Pikachu. But all of them will be put together. You might have shipped with us before, so you already know how it works. The only difference is this time you are getting a very expensive shipment. Your shipment. Whoa. Holy, dude, they really raised the price on that crap. All right, we're going to use one of these then. Okay, so you're getting the priority mail shipment. Priority mail medium boxes are now like almost $18 to ship. Can you guys believe this? How? I'm just not going to use one then. Okay, we'll use a different type of box. That's fine. We'll double box it. And but you're still getting the priority mail shipping, and we're going to get the signature in here. There it is, signature confirmation. Pretty important when the value of your card is in excess. Priority USPS up anywhere from 14 to 50% as of July 13. Okay, so it just changed. Dang, dude. All right, well, whatever. It's worth it. The quality shipping is worth it. We want the extra shipping. Oh my God, it's updating the price. Come on, dude. The next star card is this Quest Eevee. So if you are not in here, you will miss it. It will end without your spot going in there. We don't need your help anymore because it will be the star spot now. Come on, dude. It's refusing to print the label. Every time I print the label, I notice it always, like on the first or second try, it will say, oops, there's an error. We cannot print it. And then by the third try, it's like, oh, yeah, wait a second. We can print this. Okay, so this shall say double box. I used to ship slabs for 3.79. Now eBay wants 4.5. It's a catastrophe! You should do a pack break on Stormfront. I got a whole box of Stormfront, I think. Stormfront? Yeah, it's a cool set. I don't like the way the lighting here is working. I need more professional lighting. You know, it would be nice if I cleared this whole room out and then reset everything up again and had like a more professional setup. Because we have sort of like a... how would you describe it? Sort of like a put together at the last second, MacGyver, Scrafty sort of setup. You know, we're Scrappy-Doo, just putting things together as we need them. And it would be nice to have like something super professional with lighting, cool lighting. Yeah. I don't know how that would work though, because just about every ounce of space is used up already. So I don't know where. I mean, we could try to rearrange things, but it's like in the end, I still need all the bags. I still need the slabs, you know, so it would just come up the same way, I imagine. All right, gotta hit leg day. Are the poker cards in my bag worth grading? If I can send a tip if you're willing to check. Yeah, I'll check it for you real fast. Don't send the tip. We'll check it for you. You want to know about the poker cards? Let's see. Oh, you're wanting a pre-grade? Is that what you mean? I mean, I would consider this Professor Oak right here. Greenback. Yeah, he's pretty much worth grading. Why'd we give these to you? We must have given these to you as a gift, right? You must have had like a bad round in the breaks. Is that it? How ironic that you would have a bad round and then end up pulling Crown Pikachu. You just never know, guys. There he goes. Punch a lot of holes in the wall to combine two rooms and create a new big room and reorganize. No. We're not doing anything crazy like that. This room's giant anyways. It's a pretty large room. It would be cool if we could take the blinds down. No, that's a bad idea as well. We don't want the sun exposure. I was going to say if we could take the blinds down and situate the shelf against the window so that we could see outside and look at the lake. However, we don't want a setup where you could have your cards exposed to the sun. We want to keep them in the dark. Okay, Jack, thank you so much. You have signature confirmation on your label. Hey, Mr. Brett is back. Monsters Pick Daystream. Monsters Pick, so he's talking about having us pick spots for him on what to open. Is that right? Mr. could have gave me some poker cards for my crappy Final Fantasy Collector's Pack pulls LMAO. What? Do you still have Victini? Still. Joel Miller. Yeah, the Victini break is still running. It has moved. Victini's getting closer to the end, and I don't know if I'm running another one after this. Here we are. I can't remember if I bought any new ones. I don't think I did. So that there might be the last Victini round. We'll keep an eye on it. It's possible for me to restock. Whatever you want. Put him in the Charizard break and manga break. The Charizard break and the manga break. Oh, I bet you he's not in the manga break. That's actually an interesting thought. So let me write you down as having 500, Mr. Brett. Brett's going deep, man. You must be having a lot of fun over here. Here it is. I mean, you got to be having a lot of fun. You pulled the Fossil Dragonite, then you pulled the Destined Rivals Mewtwo. The Garchomp's like the second or the third best card in that box. Here we are. So you've done pretty well. You go deep, but you've done pretty well on some of those. You've also got lots of promos from the other things you opened, so you didn't really do bad on those. As long as you held on to those promos and you keep them in good condition. All right, so Brett, you know a little more about breaks now. They're pretty painful. Unless you get pulled from them. They're pretty dang painful. And if you don't have a spot in the manga, it would be funny to see you go into this manga right here. This is the Marshall D. Teach manga alt art, and these are exceptionally hard to pull. They're from One Piece, though, so you might not want that. But here's the Jolteon over here as well. You're also not in the Jolteon. I'm going to start you there. I'm going to set you into the Jolteon. This Jolteon will not be removed from the table for any reason. He will be finished. Here it is. So Jolteon. I call him the heartbreak break because look, there's a heart up there. I'm down for whatever. Mix it up. Let's have fun. So we'll put you'll be the first one into this Jolteon break. It's a large break. Your odds are low, but the returns are very high if you happen to get pulled. So one person gets pulled out of there. There it is. So we're starting a bag for this Jolteon now. First person in there. To tell you the truth, this is actually an exceptionally good break here, too. This Lugia right here is exceptionally good. So if I were you, I would at least just have one spot in those because I wouldn't want to miss out on an opportunity for a good day on something like that. Okay. There it is, the Heartbreak Break, Jolteon. So that's the new rare candy. And the rare candy is often very, very popular because people enjoy having a shot at some super high-end cards. To put this into perspective, Brett, this was like if your Mewtwo graded 10 and then got turned into a break. It's basically like that. This was the Mewtwo for this set. It was the top pull by a lot. And Lugia does very well. And so now you have an option. You can either open up packs of Silver Tempest or you can jump into this break. Well, we did the math. The reason we offer these breaks is because over and over again, the math shows that you have better odds pulling it from here than you do pulling it out of a booster box. Even though it does happen, people do pull it from the booster box, but the odds are better over here, ironically. So here you go. We've got you one spot in each of these, so you're started on each of these new breaks. It's good to have one spot because it means at least one chance. It means you're actually in there. You don't have to buy like 7 spots in a break. That's pretty risky. There it is. So now, really good fortune could happen for you. And you can just look forward to that as the time goes by. So that would bring you down to 420. I would say the next thing I would be interested in on this channel is this guy right here. So this is the Gym Challenge break. This Gym Challenge break will give you a chance for Blaine's Charizard and a lot of other great cards. If you don't pull a rare, you could pull a common, and you could pull stuff like Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu or Sabrina's Abra. I think there's a Slowpoke, isn't there? Is there a Sabrina Slowpoke? You could pull a Misty Psyduck, although I don't know if Misty Psyduck's in this one. It might be in the Gym Heroes. You could pull Blaine's Charmander. He's in here, so Blaine's Charmander. All right, so let's go ahead and grab this. This is a very good thing to be in for anyone. It takes a little while for it to fill, but once it's full, it's extremely fun. And I like seeing my audience opening up these vintage packs because they're very finite. You're looking at the end game for Pokemon card collecting. Once these are gone, they're gone. There's no reprint on these. We're 5 people deep. James Beam has 2 spots. Oscar Ascendis has 2 spot. Brett is in there. So, Brett, you're hoping your card is the one that pulls the rare. But if it doesn't pull a rare, you're hoping you pull a good common or uncommon card, which is still highly gradable and highly valuable. So, what's 400 minus 15? Isn't it 385? So, you got 385 remaining. Can I buy insurance just in case I don't pull a hot one in the Gym Heroes? You guys keep saying that. I don't know exactly what that means. You must be thinking about, you must know like sports betting or something like that. I've got no clue. But I don't understand that kind of stuff. So maybe it's like you pay for an additional thing where if it goes wrong, you get some of your money back or something. I got no clue. All right. So now we have $385. You can do a lot with $385. There's slabs you can buy outright. There's booster packs you can buy outright. You can buy a whole box of something that's more affordable. That's a blackjack thing, no? It's blackjack. Oh, okay, it's in blackjack. I see what you're saying. One of the best packs on the channel that we don't talk a lot about is definitely this guy right here. The Topps movie packs, because you have a chance for a super high value holographic Charizard to pop out of there. And because they're in extremely good condition, it could actually grade 10. You're talking about a best case scenario where you pull something that flips into like $700 to $1,200 of value. I don't know what that Charizard even goes for these days, but I know he's rare. I know he's hard to grade, but ours, they have a shot at least to grade 10, because normally they don't even have that. So let's say Charizard first movie. See if we can find one. You can't even find it. Yeah, can't even find one for sale. So first movie Charizard's not even for sale on eBay. You can't find them. Maybe too popular, maybe not enough of them. Yeah, didn't find them. So I would open up one of these. Celebration has OT on price. That's insane. OT. Straight edge kids are great when you need a DD. You pick. So here we go. So let's take a quick look at the price on this. I think it was 82, was it not? So I'm just trying to pick you the very best stuff. Notice I have kind of a bias toward vintage cards. There's a real reason for that. It's because I feel like there's just so little vintage and there's so much of everything else. Okay, so you're at $300 remaining. We're going to open this first movie booster pack. Could be a bad holo, could be an extremely good holo, so cross your fingers. Is this pack normal? Oh, this pack's thinner than the other one. Oh. Which pack do you want, Brett? You want the thin pack on my left or the fat pack on my right? I don't know why it's so thin. It's weird. Must be a factory thing. You have to gamble now. Read chat. Mister, read my last message. What? What'd you say? Chris, there is no last message for me to read. I'm looking at the screen. There is no last message. Fat pack, duh. The fat pack probably has more commons in it. The thin pack could have the better holographic. So now it's just a gamble. What do you want your fate to be? It's got a booklet. There are no booklets for this set. There are no booklets. All right. We'll let fate decide. If it lands on a even, we'll open the thin one. If it lands on an odd, we'll open the fat one. It's not necessarily fat. It's just a normal weight. This one's thin for some reason. We don't know why. Okay, lands on odd. So the thin one remains. So I don't know why this is so thin. Presumably it's missing a common or two. If it's missing a holo, I would count it as an error pack and just get you another one. But so here's the next one, and this one's just the normal size. Let's see what's going on with it. Hopefully it has a good holo. Be funny if the thin one has a good holo and this one had a bad one. All right. What? Bro, he gets two? He gets 2 die cuts. All right, fat pack it was. Legends. So the holo is not super impressive. It is the holographic Mew. Something tells me that the second die cut was meant to go in that first pack. Die cuts can be extremely good. Let's see what they are. Dratini. Okay, it's decent. And Charmeleon. He's a really good one. So Charmeleon die cut's going to be a very gradable vintage card for you. Okay, there it goes. So yes, that is a really, really nice pull you have there. It's great artwork. That's why it's so popular. And then die cut cards are just so weird, you know. Pack number 1. This is a clip for sure. You think so? Error pack has 2 die cuts in it. Would you guys like me to open the thin pack and see what was in that? I mean, if I open it and it's Charizard, it's going to make someone else sad that they didn't get the Charizard. But I am curious what was in it. So 2 die cuts, 1 pack. Okay, and then you get 2 more commons. This is always fun. All right, I have to ask before I open it, does anyone here want to open the thin pack? Does anyone here want to buy it, I should say? That's what I'm asking. Is anyone interested in buying the thin pack? If no one's interested, I will go open it to see what happened. Because we'll want to have that for the clip. Okay. Keep it sealed. Mister, I sent in for spot and gym pack, but I didn't see my name in there when you were showing off how many spots are in there. The gym spots. I sent in for gym spot. Vintage. This. James Bean, Oscar Resendiz. What method of payment did you use? Open it for yourself. Someone open the thin pack for science. If no one else wants to open it, I'll open it. So speak up now if you want to open up the thin pack. Otherwise, I open it. PayPal. Okay, Mr. Chris, let me see what happened there. Chris, did I put you in a different break by mistake, you think? Or you think I just didn't put you in there at all? How much is it? $85. So cheap. So affordable. Just $85. And it's whatever's in there is what you get. If it's got no holographic card in it, we will in fact let you have another pack. So you are protected in that way. But if it's just missing a common or 2, we don't cover that. Here we go. It's sort of like a fate thing. Spot in the gym pack. Please let me sob away that Steelix. So could I have put it in the wrong bag, perhaps? Did I grab the wrong bag? I'm not sure. The thin pack. You open it. Let me check Victini here. Okay, safe there. So I'm going to assume that I just didn't service it. I mean, it's so strange. Check the Pokeball here. Here's a Chris Abruzzo in the Pokeball break. That's the Gyarados, Giovanni's Gyarados. Did you buy into that one? Do you remember that? Remind me if you did buy into that. Go, Chris. Not for me. Keep everything sealed. I sent him for that. Okay, so here you go. I'm correcting this for you. You are now in the vintage break. Sorry about that. There we go. All right, perfect. Now, I'm going to go ahead and open up the second pack. I don't think anyone called for it, right? Thing is, it could be Charizard. That's why I got to ask first, and then we'll see what happens. All right, so here I am. We are now opening up the second booster pack. This one's very thin. Let's see if I can get a normal pack in comparison. Well, it doesn't really show off the thinness, but let's say we kind of smush the pack a little bit. You can kind of see how thin it is. Do you see how thin it gets? Kind of hard to see. Almost feels like there's only 2 cards in here when there should be 5. All right, and so to not put any stress on these cards, I'm actually just going to cut the pack this time. A lot of people don't like that I use scissors to open packs. They complain about it. But you know, nothing is better for opening the pack with no stress on the card. Oh, it was a good holo. Wow. Should have bought it. Charmander. And look, the other card was... Look, so all the commons were missing except for the 2 most important cards. That was a quality pack. You should open it, guys. Wow, that was really cool, though. Here we are. So I might have a nice new PSA 10 Charmander on my hands. I'm not complaining about that. I got to have some cards to grade anyways. Here we are. Hard to build up a submission. TCC grade all those cards and break them. That was a top pull out of the set, Charmander. It's not the top pull. We haven't pulled Charizard out, so he's still somewhere, hopefully in this box. But that is going to be a top pull. The Charmeleon would be nice too. Here we are. Wow. Beautiful. So that card might be like $250 300-ish. I'm going to grade this too. Let's see. No, I'm not. He's fat on the left and thin on the right. He's still really lovely, though. I think I'm just going to store him for now. I might one day grade him. He will come back 9 or 8, but that's still pretty desirable as these cards go up in price. But there's no rush to grade cards, right? So you guys know that. But this card will probably be graded. Oh, he shifted too. So they're both shifted. Is that right? They're both. Well, this one will get graded just because even if he comes back 9, still a lovely card. All right, cool. So, and you've got your double die cut. Perfect. There you go, Mr. Brett. Basically, God pack. You can grade him using TCCG slab. We could grade him as A for authentic, no grade, which is a really fun thing to do. Also, it means we could do a timestamp that shows it coming out of the pack, an error pack timestamp. So that's kind of a fun thing. I'll think about it. I'll write it down. AQR 714 daytime. Tell myself which stream it came out of. So I could do that if I want. Now, Mr. Brett, he has $300 left to spend. What do you guys think? What should be opened for $300? I think that those Topps cards are pretty amazing. I think also, if I was opening something, I would continue to look for things that are hard to replace or offering the most value at the lowest cost at the moment. Speaking of which, how are the Final Fantasy packs doing? Are those going up? They went up last time I checked. Oh, they're about the same. Okay, Final Fantasy is about the same. I mean, there's definitely just English Pokemon, man. English Pokemon's hard to beat right now. It costs more because the demand is so high for it because it's so good. An 8-ball box of OP5. That's only if you like One Piece. I don't know if he's a big One Piece collector. So what can we get in that range? Journey, a box of Journey Together. That wouldn't be bad. Have you thought about a box of Journey Together? Let's see. Journey Together is a set that is a little bit cheaper right now, and it doesn't really make sense to me because I think it's an extremely good set, but it's actually cheaper than Destined Rivals. $288 for a whole box. Would you be interested in that? There's Journey Together. You could go after Prismatic. I just think you're not going to win with Prismatic. Prismatic is so difficult. I don't know if anyone's going to win with Prismatic. Surging Sparks is Crown Pikachu. He's really hard to pull, in my opinion. Shrouded Fable, not very good. There's not too many good pulls. Stellar Crown's interesting. It has the Bulbasaur and the Squirtle ARs, which are popular. Then there's Twilight Masquerade. That has the Grey Ninja. That's not bad. So you could go after Grey Ninja if you like Grey Ninja. Paldea Evolved, Paldean Fates, English. Paldea Fishing. So the Paldean Evolved, though, is $13 per pack. It's actually much more expensive than Destined Rivals. Mister, as a seller on eBay, what advice would you give me for a slab I received that came cracked but wasn't in the picture? Well, you have to tell them that it broke during shipping. You have to say your slab was cracked, and then you can either ask them to pay for it to be sent to PSA to be fixed. So ask for a partial refund if you want to send it in to get fixed. If you don't want to get it fixed, then ask for a return and open that return as a dispute with eBay. Show the item, say item broke during shipment. Seller has to take this back and fix it. But if you want to keep the card, ask the seller for a partial refund and say, if you can't do a partial refund, I have to open a return. So, and then you need to know how much it costs to get it fixed with PSA. It's going to cost around $40 or something like that. All right. He said he doesn't care. I honestly think Journey Together is a very good deal right now. It's a cheaper set to open at the moment. I'm going to go get him Journey Together, guys. I'll be back. All right. Excuse me. So Journey Together. We are. We're currently going through this. So this is a sealed case of blister packs. You can see them right there. And so I'm going to pull you 36 of those and get them open. But that's straight out of a sealed case, so it's good stuff. Not like picked through stuff or anything crazy like that. It's good stuff. All right, so let's get 36 of these. That'd be one full box. And actually, it'd be kind of a fun experiment to see how well those perform compared to an actual sealed box. They might actually be more valuable, which is something people talk about sometimes. They talk about how sometimes it seems like the blister packs are more valuable, more generous. But step one, we're going to rip a bunch of these open. So what do we do for you? We got you a nice die-cut Charmeleon. We got you into the Gym Vintage break. We got you into the Lugia and into the Jolteon break. Those are good breaks to be in, to even have just one spot, so that you're in there, you have a shot, you know? Like, for example, Jack Woodworth, he pulled the last one. Well, you only had one spot. Can I pay $60 for the Dragonite car with your grading service? Oh, I see what you're saying. You want me to do a TCCG grading on the Dragonite for you for $60. And you want it to be graded what? Like A for authentic? Is that what you're saying? I might just do it for you just to be cool. Here we are. All right. So much trash. Why do they make blister packs? For a very good reason, actually. They make blister packs because there's too much theft. So many bad people steal Pokemon cards that they have to create these large blister packs. That's why they made them. You know that? They invented these to be too big to steal. See how it's kind of uncomfortable? Look at this. See this? This whole like tooth, the hook here, a hook over here. What's going on with this? Well, they just want it to be larger so that it doesn't fit into your pockets as easily. See, because this, look at the size difference. This thing on the right fits in your pocket all day long. This does not. You can't fit many of these in your pocket either. It's an anti-theft measure. Shows you how bad people are. People are generally thieves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, 16 of these. People actually make TikToks about moving to small towns like the one I'm living in right now so that they can go shopping at Walmarts where everything isn't locked up. They say they get tired of everything being locked up at their local Walmart, so they move out in the middle of nowhere to the countryside. All right. Payment set. Wash up. Hey, what's up? You got the doggy? Payment set. Let's see. You're a bad person if you don't like Mr. Stream. You're funny. You are. All right. 6:33. Yeah, it sucks that we had to start the daytime stream late, but it just had to be that way. You are. What's with the dog? Oh, it's Mike's side. He's teasing me. I went on a rant about Superman, and I think that little doggy is from Superman. Yeah. I think I was also ranting about how I wasn't too crazy about the neighbor's dog pooping in my yard. Yeah. Oh, it's crypto. You could make an emoji of Karis's new cat. Oh, that's true. Just put in for the pack break. John Wick dog. Yeah, I was going off about the John Wick dog. I was like, some crusty-eyed dog. I gotta take everyone down. Yeah, right, dude. So, you know, it was giving some cringy, controversial takes. Here we go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So there's a stack of 18. This right here is a stack of 18. Now, how many more do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we need 5 more. Kind of stuck in the box there. Must have been glue or something. So here's 3 more. Journey Together. You guys forget that this is a really nice set. It's got really good hollows in it, notably. It's got an Articuno in it. It's got a nice looking Whale Lord in it. It's got Lily in here. It's got Iona. This set sort of pairs with Destined Rivals. Yeah, it pairs with Destined Rivals. Destined Rivals is more like the Team Rocket set. This is more like the Good People set, full of good guys. They did this in the past, too. It was called Gym Heroes Gym Challenge. We're actually opening Gym Challenge right now. See how there's a trainer in the front? Woo! All right. Sneezes all around. Back to work I go. I'm doing AI. Okay. I am clearly allergic to dust. How does the Epstein files being destroyed affect the card market? What do you mean they're destroyed? Is that in the news? What do you mean they're destroyed? I thought there were no Epstein files. That's what they were saying. Uh-huh. All right. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It doesn't say anything like that. No, I'm embellishing. Oh, okay. I was like, what? There we go. Here's this. Here's this. Mister, I put Gym Heroes instead of Gym Challenge when I sent payment. No problem, man. All right. All right. Okay. And okay. There we go. I got a sniffly nose because I just sneezed 3 times. But if they were there and then they weren't, that doesn't sound like someone's getting ready to... Yeah, I don't know what the rest of your thing said. Oh, wow, right off the bat, Whale Lord. Look at that Whale Lord, man. Wow, I was just talking about this. So look at this beautiful card. I love how they tease that the little boat up here just sees the opening, like the opening of his mouth, but he's like this huge, Pokemon. Okay, Whale Lord, good start. Here's Belly Bull. Mr. Stanley. Here's you two big dogs. Stay safe and good luck. Here is Marowak. Zorork. Rar. All right. Welcome, everyone, to Mr. Clayton's stream. Clayton. That's funny. We got Reggie Rock. We got Fungus. There's that good holo I'm talking about. That Snorlax holo looks great. Okay, so far so good. Picking up Whale Lord and Snorlax right away, actually. Elon did say to screenshot his tweet. What? What did he tweet? Here's Magmortar. Here's Tapu Snoopoo. Look at that Tapu Snoopoo. All right. No bulk. All right, sounds good, sounds good. Pull this out of the way. There it is. That Trump was on the list when they were going through divorce. Oh, they were having their divorce. Here is a Whale Lord. Okay. Done sparse. All right. Nimble Zekian. Here's another Belly Bolt. This is very blister pack coated. Let's see. 2 of the exact same card popping out. That's very blister pack-esque. You are? Not a surprise. Come on, blister packs. Oh, we've got Wooloo. Very cute. Okay, Wooloo AR. Once again, I got to mention the centering on these is looking really nice. Here's the Durant. I like using Grok. It's got personality. Here's Furret. The Furret. Oh, nice. Okay, lovely. Okay. Okay. So, first half of the box. Let's take a quick look. You pulled 1, 2, 3 ARs. That's pretty good. What do you guys think of that? So he's opening up blister packs, and he's only gone through half the box, and he's got 3 ARs already. Notably, also, he's got 3 full arts. Now, of course, they're not alt arts, but those are always hard to pull. But look, he's got 3 ARs and 3 full arts and only 18 packs. Is it possible the blister lane packs are more generous? That's something we've talked about on this channel multiple times, and other people have reported similar feelings that the blister packs give out way more hits. Is the Whale Lord expensive yet? You should put light music in the background, just a suggestion. What do we have playing in the background? Donkey Kong? This is Donkey Kong. I'll turn on Peach Gardens Promenade. Yeah, sometimes if music is too sort of like dance or too aggressive like battle music, it can actually make your ears feel fatigued. So I agree. I call it shopping music. We have to have shopping music. So if music ever bothers you, just let me know. We'll turn on something a little more calmer. Whale Lord is awesome. The Whale Lord artwork is extremely good. Whale Lord is a Gen 3 Pokemon. I think he's still in that super nostalgic time period. I think it's Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3. Gen 4 is kind of like the cutoff. I think it starts to feel weird around Gen 4. And then Gen 5, it's definitely over. It's over. The original Pokemon feeling is over. The nostalgia's gone at that point. All right. Here goes. So we're working our way through the second half of the box. Now, if this was a standard booster box sealed by Pokemon, this whole pile right here would be junk, because he's already pulled 3 ARs and he's already pulled 3 full arts. At best, he would probably get 1 more AR. That's what he would get. But let's see what these blister packs give us. Let's see if the pull rate's better. Has anyone done like a study on blister packs versus booster boxes to see if they're better? Somebody should do a big study on that. Like someone should open, 1,000 packs of blister case packs, and then 1,000 packs. Ooh, Maractus. So look, right away, he's already got another AR. So he should be done. He's got 4 ARs. There shouldn't be any more in here, right? You get about 4 in a booster box. So this is it. He shouldn't get any more. Okay. 14 for Whale Lord. Kind of juicy for an AR. I pulled the Whale Lord and it was miscut. There we go. A miscut one. That's cool. Here's another one of these Snorlaxes. You got to keep these Snorlaxes, okay? These are pretty neat. Here's Mr. Mime, Mamoswine. Keep on missing the stream because of work, finally. Oh, big time pause for sure. Here's Reggie Rock. Some hollows. All right, actually, it's not so crazy so far. The second half of the box is not... Oh, I take it back. So he's got 4 full arts and 4 ARs. Crazy. So yeah, the pull rate does appear to be higher. So strange. So there's a Lily's Clefairy. Lily is going to be one of the reasons why this set will be valuable. She is a very popular Poke Girl. Sure. Here's Dun Sparse. Magirna. Durant. Another Snorlax. You got 3 of these. That's really nice. Okay. Here's how many packs are left. We got 5 left. Magmar, double. Salamence. Look at that Salamence. All right. It is actually looking like a standard booster box a little bit. I was just wondering because we pulled so many ARs on the first half. Still time. There's time for one more thing to pop out. Come on, one more thing. AR time, baby. Nope. Belly Bolt. All right. Nope, I was wrong. We just pulled a lot of your ARs early in the first round. So this works out to be very similar to a regular booster box. Will we see Epstein files ended this week? Probably not, dude. Okay, how much does that Snorlax go for? I don't know, but I know Snorlax is definitely a popular Pokemon, so I would definitely hold on to these and look into grading them. All right, you guys tell me how you feel about his pulls, if you think that there were more than average compared to a booster box. So, He gets a couple of these nice Snorlaxes. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 EXs. Remember, this is within 36 packs, so he's got like 7 of these. That's actually a lot, isn't it? That's a lot of EXs. Okay, and then the textured full art. He ends up with 1, 2, 3, 4. Notably, a duplicate of the Iona Bellybolt. He's also got a nice Lily Clefairy and a pretty pointless Dunsparce. These 3, by the way, are pretty decent, but you're looking for alt-arts. So 4 of these, and he got 4 ARs, including the lovely Wailord, but not the Articuno. You're looking to pull that Articuno. All right, so what do you guys think of that? Do you guys think that that is more pulls than usual? I actually think it is. I think that's more pulls than usual. Oop, got to move my phone around here. All right. Thank you, Mr. Brett. You have $12 left over. What can we do with $12? That was fun. $12, guys. What could he do with 12? He could, I mean, if I were you, if I went that deep into the, if I went that deep into the journey together, I would test out the next 2 packs if possible. Let's see, how much are they? They're $8 though. Oh, you can only get 1 then. Let's get you 1 more pack of journeys together. Okay, so your last 12 is 1 more pack of journey together in case the next pack was hot, and then I'll get you 1 Poke Shuffle as well. That'll spend the last 5. The Poke Shuffle can be wildly hot sometimes, so it's kind of a shotgun. No luck. It could turn into a $100 pull if you're extremely lucky in there. Now, let's see what the next pack would have given you in Journey Together. Because sometimes it's just 1 more pack. You're 1 pack away from a big hit. Because we saw that second half of the box was kind of cold, right? Let's see if something crazy pops out here. Well, you do pick another Zoroark up. So another EX pops out. A lot of... I'm informing you, your cards submitted in the order have been relabeled. Oh. Okay. Mr. Lyric, he has a jukebox feature. Who does? You should play the artist Curly in the background. For me, his music is pretty quiet. Checking to see if you have that Dark Wheezing still. No, he's sold. All right, thank you, Mr. Brett. Tossing this over here. We just opened up $500 of cards for Mr. Brett. I think probably the best card out of the pull was that die-cut Charmeleon. And then I also like the die-cut Dratini. Both of those are extremely good. If those both graded 10, that'd be great. And then I also like the Wailord a lot and the Lily's Clefairy. So the Wailord, I also, by the way, like those holographic Snorlaxes. Surprisingly attractive looking for a card. So that is my thoughts on that round. Thank you, Mr. Brett. As a big order for Brett. William Wafter, 1-pack Spy Family. I'll need a new bag. Spy Family. Where the hell is Spy Family? I don't even know where that's kept anymore. Last time I saw Spy Family, it was really buried. Here it is. I found it. All right. Spy Family. You know, it's kind of chaotic in here, and yet it's highly organized at the same time, which I think is the best thing you can do when you got too much stuff. Weirdly organized. If Karis tried to host this stream and it was like this, she would not find it. It's too complicated. How do I get my own bag, says Mr. Lyric Fan? Well, you would open up some Pokemon cards. So look, Mr. William Wafter needs a new bag because he shipped his last one. And so now we're getting him a new one because he just opened some cards. Okay, so if you open some cards too, you'll get a bag. William Wafter. Thank you, William. And 7.25 is the name on the bag. Thank you so much, Mr. Brett, for the big orders. You've been really kind to us, man. Really appreciate it. All right. Spot in the pack break, Mr. Victor Kokiko. Victor, I think you're $2 short. There we go. All right. Popping this in here. Good. Unless you had like a store credit or something. Maybe you had like $2 of store credit. Wait, I'm short $2. Hold up. Pal Brown says auto break for Alicia Brown. Okay, so right. I don't have that in the front, do I? We have a new break, a special break, honoring Mr. James Carter Cathcart. Is it Carter? I can't remember. James Cathcart. He is the guy who voiced Meowth. And I forgot, we started this brand new break for a signature. Here it is. That is his signature. He just passed away. So the voice actor for Meowth has passed away. Okay, Alicia. You're the first one in there. This will probably be a hot break, in my opinion. It's such an unusual one. Okay. Okay, how's it going, Mr. Static Intel? How's it going? Here's Zachary Stekskowski. He says, Zard break. Mr. Zach, oh, right, we need to get your slabs back up here with 10% off. Zach says, put my slabs back up, but make them 10% off. All right, here we go. The moon. This suggests there are 3 spots left in this Charizard. Okay. Zach says, James Siggy break. Here you go, Mr. Zach. I'm not going to host another one of these James Siggy breaks. Well, unless I go find something I like, then maybe I will. Here we are. So this is up to 2 now. Okay. Rigo Berto Gill, 1 spot in the vintage pack break. Rigo Berto Gill. Rigo Gill. Okay. Breaks moving right now. Breaks are moving. There we go. We've got Mr. Alejandro. He says Gym Hero break. But of course he meant this break. Gym Challenge. Okay. Let's get a count on the vintage break, see if it's over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's at 9 out of 11. There it goes. Okay. Now we have an order from Ivan Rodriguez for the Tammy 10% slab. For the Tammy 10% slab. Now, what does he mean by that? Ivan sent in $4 for a Tammy slab. Did Tammy have a $4 slab? I'm not sure what you mean by that one, Mr. Ivan. Tammy Lowe says to start the Mew slab away. All right, so I worked out a little deal with Tammy. She said she wanted the Mew. I said, all right. It's okay to lose Mew, I suppose. Where is he? He must be in the other box. That is the explanation for why he's not here. Okay, let's see. Oh, there he is. Having trouble there. Okay. He assumed 20% off. It's to pay for the difference. Oh, okay. Cool, man. Really nice. It was a different of the Tammy slab. I sent 10%. I sent the missing $4. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Tammy Low. There it is. Okay. Tammy. Now, that was the English version of the card, correct? I didn't screw that up, did I? Yeah. Fusion Strike's the English version, right? Okay. So, let me just double check. I'm really harebrained. Fusion Stack. Yeah, that's the English version. Okay, Ms. Tammy. So we're jumping over here. We are heading into the Slab Away channel. We're scrolling up to Tammy. We're scrolling down to Tammy because she's in the T's. And it's going to say July, Tammy Low, Mew, 250. Now you sent 50, right? So 30 gets applied, comes down to 220. There you go. All right, all ready to go. Thank you, Miss Tammy. So that is done. We have Mr. Luke Laurie, 100 to Slab Away. Oh, perfect. Well, I got my laptop, so It's already out. Luke Glory, $100. Oh, yeah, you took the nice Emerald Clay Doll. It's a cool card. Goes to $120 remaining. Nice. And then he says 1 Halo Tops. Ooh, 1 Halo Tops. That is going to be this guy. Okay. Tammy in the box now. So the Halo cards got a little bit cheaper, guys. Meowth Emote Mister. I thought he said because he's a tease. We need Meowth emoji. Snipping this. Ta-da! Yeah, any interesting news today, guys, other than the Epstein files? I feel like the Epstein files was exciting at first. And it's all anyone's talking about. It's almost here it is, look at this. Olympia Vale. Olympia Vale, Halo 5 Guardians. Oh, yes, Halo 5 is so good. I feel like the Epstein files are definitely front and center. Let's see. Yeah, it's crazy that the one lady died in that, I guess, after the car accident or something. We can't let the elites win. We have Barut. Sabrina? Is that her name? Oh, Serena. She looks angry, doesn't she? She looks she's angry as hell, dude. Like she's ready to fight. All right. Very good. Mr. Luke Glory. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate it, man. You think he'll be forced to release like actual like crazy stuff from the Epstein files? Joey Albrecht, spot in Gym Hero 3 Poke Shuffles. All right, so there's 1 spot left, I think. Oh yeah, there's a standard Meowth. Here's another Meowth. A lot of Meowths on the table all of a sudden. That wasn't planned. Crazy. Meowth, Meowth, Meowth. And a Wigglytuff. Cool. So, spot in Gym Hero. Thank you. Couple Try is raising farm raised cockroaches to replace meat. Ew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so 1 spot left, and gym challenge is complete. 3 Poke Shuffles. You got it. 3 Poke Shuffles. Memory. Let's buy houses near Mistress House. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Oh. All the houses out here, the expensive houses didn't go up much more in price, but all the cheap houses have really become unobtainable. It's kind of a bad situation. Those are cold, Mr. Joey. Jonathan Sylvester. Welcome back, Jonathan. 2 spots in the Gym Heroes. Well, Mr. Jonathan, there's only 1 spot left in the gym. It's a gym challenge pack. Remember that. Do you still want it? Would you like that spot and then $35 left over? Or would you like me to give you all $75 as a store credit? What would you prefer? I assume you do want 1 spot because it still gives you a chance for a rare. I sent for 2 spots a while ago. Yeah, there was a big line, unfortunately. So a whole bunch of people ordered in, and you didn't even know it was sold out at that point because there was no way to test it because there was a big line. But what happened was we are having a nice busy day. It's a good thing. But now that we are on your turn, there is just the 1 spot left. So I guess this was a popular thing today. So yes, let's find 1 spot. All right, so we got 1 spot for our friend Jonathan Sylvester. That happens sometimes, you know. Sometimes people go, I really want that. So you've got a 35 credit here. Keep an eye on the next break because you might like the next booster pack we pick out too. Okay. So these are our booster pack protectors. They're very straightforward. They're very simple. Not a lot of moving parts. Okay, and here are the names. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there we go. We got 11 names. Place that there. Oh, let's shuffle these first. Let's shuffle the names first. Oh, not face up. Okay. Nice gym break. Went quick. $35 tip. Hi, mister, says Dare Bear. Dare Bear, you've been around for a really long time, haven't you? I recognize that name, Dare Bear. What's your name? I can't remember. This. All right. Hayes LaFlame, what's up? All right, give me a number, guys. Give me a number. Derek Ortega. We got the same name. You're Derek, I'm Derek. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So now the beautiful gem challenge. Only problem, I can't remember how many spots from the back the rare was. I really can't. So hopefully I don't spoil it. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but I might. Somebody's getting a nice Koga's Weedle. Please be a heavy pack. Is it heavy? Doesn't look heavy to me. Looks like a light pack to me. Not really a surprise. Your odds for light to heavy should be like 3 to 1. But also, you have to wonder if these loose packs have lower odds. Here's Alejandro. Okay, Alejandro, you're first. Picking up. Ooh, a beautiful fire energy. All right. My right-wing fever dream is that they put out the Epstein memo so that it takes over the news cycle while they go full bore with the deportations and continue to build their Epstein case in the back. Hey, by the way, did I not do a split on the names? I didn't do a split on the names, did I? Normally, I take a number. I don't think we're ready, guys. I didn't do a split on this, did I? I'm going to take the Meow Sticker PSA 9 to continue the set. Sounds good. Let me move that off to the side for you. Lovely card, by the way. I really think you got it at a very good price because those are extremely rare cards. We didn't do the split on the names, so we can't start, did we? Yes, you did. You did 4. Did we really? You did 4. Oh, thank heavens. Okay, so this really is your card, Alejandro. I'm just moving a little fast today to try and catch that lineup. I saw the line got really bad, and then I said, oh, holy moly. And I said, we only have, it's 7 p.m. right now, so this is it. We're done. We only had a little bit of time left, so I was trying to get us caught up to the end. Okay, you ready? Here's Joey Albrecht. Mr. Joey, this should be a uncommon then, right? Or is it going to be the rare? I can't remember. Oh, it is the rare. It is an Erica's Kindness rare. All right. That is the rare going to Joey Albrecht. I did spoil the surprise. I couldn't remember how it works in the Gym Challenge packs. All I remember was that it was probably not the same way it worked in the Rocket set. Dang, dude. I spoiled it. Joey Albrecht, it's more fun when you don't know what's going to happen at the end. I ought to have like a reference list. I really ought to have a reference list. I ought to write it down. Buns pack. Yes. Well, I mean, the Erica's Kindness card is still kind of nice. Let me write this down. I got to do this because if I don't do it, I'm never going to do it. Don't worry, guys. There's still uncommons to get out of here that could be worth a whole lot of money. And then even some of the commons like Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu. I think there's some Psyducks. I think there's some Slowpokes. There's some really good stuff in here to pull. So, pack, break, cheat sheet. Wait, how do you spell? I don't remember how you spell these words. Been a while. All right. So let's see. Gym Challenge. Second card. Okay, second card from the back. Boom, we got Oscar Resendez. Mr. Oscar, what do we got here? Card looks really clean, by the way. What was I saying? What did I say? There's still room for a lot of really good pulls to come out. That's fantastic. That's ideal. Lieutenant Surge's Eevee, right. Lieutenant Surge's Eevee's in this set, and it's an uncommon in this set, which should make it pretty expensive if it grades 10. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. So somebody's getting something. Oscar Resendez picking up the Lieutenant Surge's Eevee. New bag, Mr. Resendez? I can't remember what we did with you last, Mr. Resendez. All right, we didn't get you a box, did we? You had too much stuff, I remember. Oscar Senez, you're in the overflow. Gotcha. All right, figured it out. Nice. Loving it. Dang, I wanted that one. So that's a really good pull. That might be the top pull right there, guys, the Eevee. We have James Beam. Also a real nice looking card. Maybe slightly off center, though. Koga's Golbat. Wow, that looks really weird. It reminds me of my childhood. It always does. James Beam. Go James with the Koga's Golbats. Okay. Chris Abruzzo. Mr. Chris. What do we got here? Looking real nice. Looking real nice. Oh, Giovanni's Machoke. Very cool, man. Okay, Chris Abruzzo. It's always a delight to see each of these cards opened. New bag for Chris. Or do you have a bag in an odd spot, Chris? Just sent for PSA grading on my waifu Siggy in my brother's bag. All right, we'll go hunting for that. We might have to do it. Actually, you know, it's 7:05. We might have to do it tonight. I apologize for starting the stream so late, but it is 7 p.m. I'm supposed to be done by 6. So slowly, this stream's taken over my life, and I have to stomp my foot down at some point. So it should be the 7 p.m. Nothing goes beyond that. So let me finish this. Okay, new bag, Chris Abruzzo. Let's just got a box. I got a box. Oh my gosh, it's got a box. Okay, that explains it. Here it is. Thank you, Mr. Chris. Giovanni's Machoke. Lovely. So you got a nice uncommon card. So in the commons, we're looking for Pikachu. Definitely Pikachu. And there might be like Psyduck. There might be Slowpoke. Here's James Beam. James picks up Giovanni's Meowth. That's actually very cute. I like it. A lot of Meowths right now. Okay. Good. The Pokemon Doomsayers foretell it, but how far are we really from opening all of the vintage? You know, it'll reach abnormally high prices first. Here's Oscar Resendez. Brock's Diglett. Look at that Brock's Diglett. Nice. What'll happen with the vintage is it will reach a price where no one wants to open it anymore, and then it will just slow down. Oh, wait. We just figured this out. So Brock's Diglett, it's all yours. Brock said, here you go. Plump. Okay. Get that Meowth signed. You could, but you can't have it signed by the voice of Meowth anymore. Isn't that sad? Jonathan Sylvester. Mr. Jonathan. So this could still be very good, Jonathan. Let's cross our fingers. Come on. Hey, Blaine's Vulpix is not so bad, actually. Very nice. Blaine's Vulpix it is. And Mr. Jonathan, you've got your money left over for the next break. We will host another one. We don't know what it's going to be. Jonathan Sylvester. I wouldn't mind doing a vintage Gym Heroes pack. Japanese. Because those are always heavy. And because you're trying to pull that Misty's Tears at the same time. So that one was always very popular to open. Rigo Berto-Gil. Mr. Rigo Berto-Gil, you are pulling... Not the Rattata! Alright, you got the rat. Very cute. Okay. All yours. The next pack should be Japanese. I don't like light packs. Yeah, but then again, when the English packs are heavy, that's really nice. So we know somebody pulled a Weedle. We don't know what Brett's about to pull right here. Let's see. This could still be something crazy. Let's see if there's a chance. Oh! That's an extremely good pull. That is the Misty Psyduck. All right, so that's quite good. Yeah, Misty Psyduck. I was saying there's Psyducks in this set. So Misty wasn't even supposed to be in Gym Challenge. Misty is supposed to be Gym Heroes, but they put Misty Psyduck in there anyways. And this and the Sabrina Psyduck are always good pulls. All right, so you did good, Mr. Brett. How about that? Okay. And then one person pulls the Weedle. Here's a Victor Kiko. Mr. Victor. Koga's Weedle. Look at that Weedle. for Mr. Victor. Grabbing this. Okay. Mr. Victor. That is one Kiko Weedle. All right, I'm gonna toss these. So here are my thoughts. We're gonna do another pack break, but let's talk about what we have here. Ivan wants the Dragonite card graded TCC grading. Where did I put that? Here it is. I'm gonna set that up for you, Ivan. Okay. We got to do a little grading for Mr. NHCC as well. Okay, it's just going to say A on it, so that's easy. Good. And here's Brandon Warder. He likes 2 spots in the Victini. Yes, Victini could go off. Pretty soon. His price, the number of spots, is decided at the time that the break is created. So whether the spots fluctuate up or down, we don't care. It's just whatever it was that day. I heard his price went down a little bit, so I can understand wanting him to be a little bit cheaper. The next one, if we ever do a next one, could be cheaper, but that might not be for a while. So you're looking at the last one probably for a little while, because we'll probably focus on that Jolteon for a while. Okay, so that's done. How much would a Japanese Gym 2 be per spot? Gym 2 is extremely expensive. Wow, there's just a ton of orders here. So we have a Nathan Gordon $40 Zard spot. I'm going to do this real fast for Nathan Gordon. Okay. I got to put my foot down, though. We got to be done. Okay, Zard spot. So Zard is at 11 out of 13. 2 spots remain on Charizard. Then he wants 6 of the Journey Togethers. Okay, Journey Together, 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6 of those. You ever notice that whenever you plan to leave or whenever you want to start late, everyone wants to place an order? I can explain it, though, because the closer you get to 8 p.m., the closer you get to the ideal stream time, because everyone's kind of getting off work around the same time. That's why, including my wife, who wants to spend time with me, and she will get upset if I don't spend time with her. She'll get very upset. So I will be choosing between my marriage or my Pokemon cards if I do that, okay? So we can't do that. She and I have already fought over this a lot. I already know how it is. I have the capacity to just work on my cards all day, and she knows this, and she does not like that. I will get in very bad trouble with her. Here's Claude Sire. In fact, she's been off work since 5 p.m., so she's just been alone for 2 hours, waiting for this to end. We're supposed to start the stream earlier in the day, but I just can't seem to get that going. But today I had a real excuse. I had a doctor's appointment, so that was why we started a little later. All right, there you have it. Nathan Gordon, no Super Snipe. I know you're thinking, hey, I didn't see an Alt-Art come out of there for a while. Maybe there's one right around the corner. But there, in fact, was not. What was around the corner was 2 more EXs. Yo, Nathan. Bunch of Hollows, 2 EXs. What about Neo 1? We could do Neo 1. That would be an expensive break. But we could definitely try Neo 1. 6, Charizard break. Okay, so there's 1 spot in the Charizard. So be sure to return for the exciting conclusion of the Charizard break tonight. Meow sticker, Ivan Rodriguez. There it goes. Amazon Prime has a new animated watch. Nice. Okay, and then NHCC grade my waifu signature in my brother's bag. Now, is this bag going to say Edwin on it? Is that the deal? Maybe you could help me out with that one. Will it just say a bag called Edwin? Also, we need to know what the name of the signature probably is too. So we need some help with that, Mr. NHCC. Grade Wafu Siggy. Okay, so I need more information for that. That's not enough information. I won't be able to find it. I'm gonna hop off now, guys. All right, I'll see you for the nighttime stream. See you later.